Hello, welcome everyone. We are kicking off, I think, what is the 12th annual Grand Canyon University Business Plan Competition, the Canyon Challenge. Yeah! So I want to thank our students. First, my name is Tim Kelly, and I head up entrepreneurship here at GCU. And really, coming out of COVID, the energy that all of you students have is absolutely phenomenal. The leadership team here at the university with Elijah and now Connor has been fantastic. So many students that have stepped up to engage our students, to come up with great support efforts and exercises to help all of our entrepreneurs truly find their customer, build their teams, and help make their structures real, because that's what Idea Club is all about. It's how to convert your dreams, your ideas, the problems you see in the world, organize teams, organize resources, and solve those problems, and do so in a way that generates revenue that you can survive, maybe even pay your tuition, right? We love that. So I think I have nothing more to say. I'd say right now it is time for me to pass on to Elijah, our Idea Club president. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. Thank you for coming to Canyon Challenge. We're just going to get started here. But my name is Elijah Borja. I'm the president of Idea Club. I've had the honor of being the president and leader of Idea Club. And like Tim said, we turn your ideas and we turn them into reality. We are the entrepreneurship club on campus. And so if you have a side hustle or want to start a business, Idea Club is the place for you. But I'm going to start us off with a prayer, then we'll get right into the competition. So let's bow our heads. If you have a hat, take off your hat, close your eyes, and let's get started. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you that we can all be here today at Grand Canyon University, and that we can be here at the Canyon Challenge, and that you've given us the opportunity to host this event, and pray over all the contestants who are going to be pitching. God, I pray that you would just calm their nerves. If there's any just nervousness or anything, God, and that you would just give them confidence and boldness to tell their idea and to share it with the world, Lord. And we just love you. We thank you. And in Jesus' name, amen. And now I'm going to pass it off to next year's Idea Club president, Connor Vickery.
Thank you all for coming today. We have a great crowd, and I want to start off with some brand new and exciting news. This upcoming Wednesday, April 5th, we will be hearing student pitches for the first ever Idea Club student marketplace. Students who have pitched at Idea Club previously are eligible to participate. And on April 5th, we will review any old or new pitches to be a part of our marketplace. On April 12th is our first date we're looking at, right outside of the CCOB. Please contact us if you're interested, and we will provide you with paperwork. And so tonight, before we start our pitches, I would like to make 3 thank yous. First off, thank you, Elijah, for your leadership, your incredible dedication to make Idea Club what it is today. From day one of Elijah's presidency, his visionary ideas propelled an already successful club forward. Idea Club is an elite networking group and a platform for any GCU students to turn their ideas into reality. Thank you, Elijah, for everything you've done. There are so many talented members here at Idea GCU. For now, I'll just highlight one of our amazing student leaders, Abigail Humphrey. Abigail is not just one of our hardest workers in leadership. She brings a consistent stream of positive energy to the club on a weekly basis. Speaking on behalf of the whole club, we are honored to have you having you as a part of our club. And we're also very thankful for your hard work and dedication to the club. Abigail, thank you. And we all have to give a huge thank you to both Tim Kelly and Robert Vera. Robert Vera. Mr. Kelly has given so much of his time and resources through the years to make this club what it is today. He is a true business icon, and Idea Club would not be what it is today without Mr. Kelly's amazing leadership. Thank you. And Mr. Vera, your dedication to making business dreams come true at Canyon Ventures is a big reason why GCU is so special. So many successful and profitable businesses have been launched under your watch. Thank you for your amazing dedication to all students at GCU. Thank you. So who's ready to hear some pitches? Of course. Judges, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, my name is Landon Van Diemen. We're all from Trinity Capital. It's a venture debt fund located here in Phoenix. I work on the credit team at Trinity, so I'm responsible for evaluating all the incoming investment opportunities. Thanks for having us today.
My name is Jason Isaacson, obviously also from Trinity. I'm on the portfolio management team there, so I do a lot of analysis after the deals are fully funded. I do a lot of valuation works, assigning fair values for all of our debt and equity and warrant positions. I'm originally from Chicago, really happy to be here, and if anyone wants to come say hi after and network a little bit, I'd be happy to meet any of you. Thank you.
Well, it's nice to meet all of you. My name is Oscar. Along with Landon, I'm on the credit/due diligence team at Trinity Capital. So we usually talk to CEOs, CFOs for like 90 minutes. So it's nice to be able to have like younger energy. And yeah, just it's exciting to be here. Cool.
Awesome. Thank you three very much for showing up today and judging our people. So.
Trinity for the money, too.
And yeah, thank you, Trinity, for the money. Exactly right. So, for the first pitch tonight, I'll be bringing up Jacob LaFrance. He has a card company where you can tap your card on someone else's phone, transfer over your contacts, NFTs, and so much more. Jacob, here's the floor.
Hello. Perfect. How are we doing tonight? Good? Perfect. Hello, my name is Jacob LaFrance. I am a junior here at GCU, 19 years old. My major is entrepreneurship, and I'm actually a fifth-generation business owner. So there's a massive problem in the business world. Little backstory. Back in August, I was at a fast-paced crypto networking event. This networking event had NBA players, NFL players, and high-level business executives. One of the things I found out was a first impression is the most important thing in the business world. Currently, businesses just use paper, flimsy business cards. These end up crumpled up, thrown away, and just disappear. But I have an eco-friendly, reusable solution. An instant card is a fully customizable digital business card that can share all your socials with a single tap onto a smartphone. Along with this, you can change your links depending on a personal or a business event. Here's a slight demo for my product. So you tap it on a phone, it pops up your link. Once you tap on that link, it'll lead you to the contact page. If you scroll down, you can integrate links such as LinkedIn, Instagram, Venmo for easy transfer. And if you click the Save Contact button, it'll go right into the contacts of your phone. From there, you can go to LinkedIn, tap on the arrow, and go right through to any link. So, you may be asking, who is my target market? I'm currently targeting small to medium-sized tech companies so they can stand out from their competition. As well as this, I'm targeting the business convention industry and networking events that'll give items to each attendee. So what is the market potential, you may ask? Currently in the US alone, there are 575,000 tech companies as well as 7.7 million employees as well. In the business convention industry, 205 million people just last year alone attended the 1.8 million conventions and conferences. So here's my competition. Currently, Dot, Link, and Popple are the main competitors, but as you see, they're all B2C or business-to-consumer companies, rather when I focus on B2B. As well, Popple was the oldest one, founded in 2019, so 4 years, it's a very early market still. So how does my company stand out? One, we have the ability to customize cards and offer bulk discount prices for business, which makes us a top B2B supplier. As well as this, we're the only digital card targeting the NFT and crypto space to offer ease in sharing your wallet address, because as we all know, crypto is the future. As well, we offer the ability to add different accounts on one single card. So as you can see here, my personal account is active, but I can switch it to business at a moment's notice. So what have we accomplished so far? So far, Instinct is a registered LLC. We have a fully customized Ruby on Rails website, office space, and inventory ready to sell. Along with this, our cards have been used at conventions, business meetings, and in sales positions, and we have 41 different links and contact options we've been able to integrate. So I've curated an advisory team. I'll share a little bit about each one of these. First, Eduardo Sosa. He's my developer. He's currently a web developer for Apple and has 10 plus years of business experience. Next, we have Luke Miner. He was the co-founder of UCaring. They raised $500 million before being acquired by GoFundMe, so he's been helping me with my exit strategy, as well as Garrett Vigors, who is the co-founder of Limelight Health, a tech company that got acquired for $75 million 3 years ago. Next, we have Steve Eucaland. He's the co-founder of Jackson Jewelry. They're doing $60 million in revenue to speak this year. He's been helping me out with scaling. And Alex McLean, he is the coach for the NBA team, the Washington Wizards, owns a private equity fund, and he's been helping me with pre-seed round funding. So currently, we're in a soft launch phase. Basically, we're doing stress test web development, but we do have 50 users who have purchased cards and are utilizing them, and a little under $1,000 in revenue. So here's a couple of numbers that show that the market is there. 95% of people that responded to my survey said they attend 1 to 4 social gatherings in a week, and 96% of people said that growing their personal network and relationships is important. So we're in phase 1 of growth strategy. What does that mean? So currently, we're doing the social media marketing. We're going to these in-person selling events, finding that target market and making those business connections. Second phase, we're going towards conventions and company gift packages, forming those relationships. And third, we're going to businesses to make those long-term contracts so they do a yearly buy with my cards and form those deals. Thank you.
Hey, just wanted to say that was a fantastic presentation, great energy. I think the aesthetic of the card is really attractive. What do you think about the digital applications that may not have the same sexy appeal as a card, but could communicate that social media / LinkedIn page directly without the card? How do you compete against that QR feature?
Yeah, so a QR code is actually scannable. The cool thing about my cards is it has the wow feature when you actually tap it on a smartphone. But along with that, we're looking into making more product lines associated with the NFC technology, whether that's a ring, whether that's a wristband. And so you can, it doesn't just have to be a card. The nice feature of the card, though, it's the same size and weight as a credit card, so it fits in any wallet.
Thank you.
Hey, great presentation. So I guess first question is, how do you monetize this? Where's the money coming from? How do you collect revenue from the card?
Yeah, so the money is actually coming from the sales. The nice part is you only need one card, and so that's the big thing that gets businesses hooked in, because most businesses are doing these reoccurring business card buys each year, which is generating a lot of waste. So my one card appeal with these contract deals, the revenue is coming from me selling the cards to the employers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how would you structure the contracts or the sales with the employers? Would it be on a per employee basis, or is it a flat fee for everybody?
Yeah, so basically, I've already sent out some business proposals to different companies, but how I structure it is I first have them send me in a design of what they're thinking, and then based upon the order quantity that they're wanting, that's where the discount pricing comes in. So it's not a flat rate per employee, it's a flat rate per how many they order, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Thanks. Do you have any?
Yeah, great job. I think my big question, so I know you mentioned a little bit about the competition was mainly focused on the B2C while you're in the B2B area. Can you just maybe touch a little bit more on how else you might be differentiated from the competition besides that?
Yeah, so another thing that I put up in the slide was crypto and NFT portfolios. Currently, my competitors aren't structured to integrate those things, but I have it to where you can also put your crypto wallets. So one of the things back in August that we were working on was it was called Crypto Restaurant Week, the networking event. So it was throughout the week, and people would be able to give their waiters tips in crypto. But the one thing that they had to do was just have a QR code of paper where you could tip through there. So I said there has to be an easier way to share your wallet address. So if people do want to send you crypto on a moment's notice, because I'm not sure if you guys are too familiar with this space, but a wallet address is 20 plus characters, numbers, characters, letters, uppercase, lowercase. So it's a long process if you want to type that in, so it's just an easier way to share the wallet address, as well as having multiple profiles with no extra fee, so you can swap in between.
Okay. And does it link right to like a Coinbase account or Binance, or how does that, which sort of network there does it?
So with the NFT side of things, it links through OpenSea, and then it doesn't link to your specific wallet, but it links to a platform where you can see different people's wallets.
And you mentioned earlier the exit opportunity of getting acquired. Just at a high level, who would be in your eyes, the ideal acquirer, and what kind of relationships/connections with any of your favorite groups do you think Instinct will have to create with to become attractive to that acquirer?
Yeah, so currently my competitors aren't actually big enough to acquire me at the price that I'm wanting to be acquired at. And so it wouldn't be a competitor, but it would rather be someone who wants to integrate it into their business plan, such as, let's just say, Dave Ramsey, or people who throw these large expos and conferences so they can have the product and the users as well on that side of things.
Cool.
One more question for me. You talked a little bit about the B2B versus direct-to-consumer, D2C. Maybe you could just give us some more color on why you chose to go the B2B route, and why you would not sell direct-to-consumer. Like, say, my company doesn't offer it through our business, and I want to just get one on my own. Would that be something you'd like to do down the line, or would you kind of stay away from that?
Yeah, correct. So currently, I am doing B2C, just on a small scale, but the main revenue source is going to come from B2B. So the thought process behind that is, let's say you go out and you source 50 people and individually sell cards to each of them, versus going to one business owner and selling him the idea on that. It's much more time consuming, and the revenue streams would be way greater focusing on getting contracts with businesses rather than going to 50 different individuals.
Got it. Makes sense. Thank you. I have one more. Do you guys have any more? All right. Last one, I promise. Last thing, if I don't want to share my Instagram and my Twitter and all those things with every person that I tap the card with, can I interchange them like a minute's notice? If I just want to share my LinkedIn, say I'm at a business conference, and I don't want to give every person my entire social media network, can I pick and choose, which accounts are linked at what time, or is it just kind of everything at once?
Yeah, so I have the ability to change between accounts, and as well, when you go into your dashboard, you can choose which links pop up. And so if you just have one personal account and you're going to a business meeting, you can have your LinkedIn, that sort of thing. But then if you're going to like a social gathering event, you can go and turn the LinkedIn off just with one account and then turn the other links on. So it's a 10-second thing. You just log in through your dashboard and turn everything off you want to.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Am I good? Okay, great. Next up is Caleb McCandless, the ultimate solution for keeping your lip balm safe and accessible in your car.
Check. Does it work? Good. Hello, my name is Caleb McCandless, and I'm here to present to you Chap. Picture this. It's a hot summer day in Phoenix. You're going to Target, and you come back to your car, you notice you have your chapstick in the center console of your car. Now, what does this chapstick do? It melts. It's inevitable. Chapstick melts in our in the hot environment that we live in on a daily basis. Another problem that we focus on is people spending $3 to $5 on a chapstick, use it a couple times, and then lose it straight away. So what is our solution? Our solution is Chap. Chap works by suspending your chapstick in a vertical position. This allows gravity to pull the melted lip balm directly back into the chapstick's original container, maintaining its form and function for its next application. We also prevent loss by providing a place for individuals to always know where their chapstick is before and after they use it. So who's our target market? Our target market is typically middle-class women ranging from the ages of 20 to 40 years old. They typically live in a hot climate or they value organization on a daily basis. Now get this. The lip balm industry is an $893 million industry. Now we are not in this industry, and we are a service market to this market. Our desire is to service 1% of this market, which would be around $9 million that we would be servicing. So what is our cost? Our cost to make just one of our products is 33 cents per unit. And our cost of our shipping is $4.74. Now our cost of our shipping is as high as it is because of the low quantities and the bad kind of deals that we get for shipping currently. We currently sell for $8.99 on all of our platforms and have a profit margin of around 47%. Now, what is our goals? So, going next, we intend to increase our profit margin exponentially. By doing this, selling in bulk is our number one thing. We are planning on shifting directly over to selling 2 units per sale. This will increase our profit margin from the typical 47% all the way up to 70%. We also currently do B2C mainly. However, we also do B2B. Just yesterday, I sold 120 custom units to a business in the Phoenix area. We also plan on doing marketing. While we are currently marketing on platforms, our marketing hasn't typically been the most successful. And so doing so, we have a great vision. We just need the help to do so. We also are in development of new products. So I have people coming to me and buying an extra one just to hold their pen in their car. And so the judges have the slender, long one, and that is the pen Chap. So it's designed for police officers, construction workers, people who use their pens daily in their car. They need a place to put it so that they have it at a moment's notice. Our competition consists of no dripping clip balm. They are sold on both Amazon as well as Etsy, and we are better for a number of reasons. Number one, we are cheaper. Number two, we are able to be placed anywhere. We are not just limited to your car. I had people placing them at their lockers at work, next to their bed, or even just at their desk. With this, we swayed away from the design of being held within the car vent. Now, this is important because during the winter months, when you turn on the heater, you're going to be melting your chapstick. And so by not being in the vent, we swayed away from the possible potential of melted chapstick in the winter months. We are currently marketing on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, as well as TikTok. All our sales so far have been completely organic. We're not influenced by our marketing. And we are currently selling on Amazon, Shopify, as well as Etsy, with Amazon and Etsy being our 2 biggest platforms. My team consists of 2 Prusa i3 MKS printers. These are great machines making high-quality parts and are very efficient. My dad also helps me with some business aspects as he has a commercial construction company, and my mom helps me with fulfillment on the side. So our milestones. So we have had over $3,000 in revenue so far. $2,000 of this have been in the past 1.5 months. Not even included in these numbers is this big bulk-to-bulk sale I had yesterday, as well as the past 7 days where we had over $700 in sales. We have had over 250 sales on Etsy, and of these sales, we have had over 70 plus 5-star reviews. I have only received 2 4-star reviews, and that's the lowest I have ever gotten. On the first month on Amazon, we sold over 100 plus units, showing our proof of concept, and these numbers are not even in comparison to what we're doing today. So what's next for us? What's next includes marketing, showing the consumer that their problem is met with our solution, as well as scaling. We are in the process of filing a provisional patent, and we are also needing to increase our quantities as we are currently making around 100 units per day. However, we are expecting a lot more demand, and so scaling is going to be what's next. We are also in development of other products, such as the pen Chap, as previously mentioned, and others that we tend to make. And a long-term goal of mine is to be within merchandise stores, such as Target, Walmart, even auto stores, just as AutoZone and O'Reilly's. I see it have potential there as well. And we are already in contact with someone from O'Reilly's. Here's some of our links. You can feel free to check them out. You can also see our great reviews on the left side of your screen. Thank you.
Really good presentation, and I think one of the things I'm thinking about right now is sometimes the best products are the ones that solve problems that we constantly complain about, but we just accept as, okay, I'll just buy another lip balm, right,
Yeah.
when it melts.
Totally.
My big question to you is, this looks like it has tons of opportunity for advertising, marketing. For example, you said O'Reilly's. Imagine having their logo on this thing. Without stretching yourself too thin, what would be a plan that you could make that would hopefully expand your team without too many more costs, that would do that kind of advertising, hit up people on Instagram, hit up those logos? Like, how do you think about expanding that team to get that?
Yeah, so you could see that my team was typically family and machines. I'm an engineer myself, and so I don't have any background, and I have experience with my business, obviously, but not marketing and such. And so my marketing has not been there yet. So I believe acquiring someone for marketing with the knowledge, because with marketing comes sales, and it's proven concept, and we haven't really, all of our sales so far have been completely organic or not influenced by our marketing. And so getting someone from marketing is definitely a next step for me.
Yeah, great presentation.
Thank you.
Again, thanks for sharing with us. You talked about that gross margin improvement going from 47% to 70. Maybe you can just give us some more color on what exactly happens there when you up it to 2 per sale. How does that actually improve the margin?
No, great question. Yeah, so most people, when they buy a chapstick holder from us, they purchase 2. One for them and one for their spouse. And so that's our typical kind of purchase. And so by increasing, we currently make them for 33 cents, as previously stated. And our biggest cost is our shipping. As you can see, it's pretty detrimental to our profit margin. So by increasing the quantity, we increase our cost, and the shipping remains the same relatively. And so then we're also, the 66 cents that now selling 2 is, it doesn't hurt us in profit margin. So we're selling them for around $15. That's if selling for $15. We currently sell 1 for $8.99, and people love it. And so shifting to that kind of idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, awesome job. I'm curious, what temperature does the chapstick generally start melting at, if you know that sort of data? I'm curious.
Yeah, I had someone ask me that in Idea Club, and it's typically, I looked it up, it's typically around 100 degrees. And I know cars, especially in Phoenix, your car can get up to 140 degrees sometimes. It's insane. I'm from Redding, California, which is a pretty hot state and area. And so my mom kind of came up with, my chapstick's melting every single day in the summer. This is why and so I came up with this idea. But around 100 degrees, and your car tends to multiply. If it's outside 100 degrees, then your car is double that. So, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Curious about your inventory and how much you're holding. Do you custom make orders as they come in, or are you holding a certain amount of inventory on hand?
Yeah, so we mainly do the, I don't know if I have one. We mainly have one with our branding, so our Car Chap branding, and so we manufacture those in large quantities. The bulk sale I just mentioned, the 120 units, someone came to me and said that they wanted it for the company so that they could share it to everyone in the company. And so we have a current daily limit of making around 100 units per day. And so we make products and then we package them, ship them to Amazon. Amazon does the fulfillment from there. And then say this custom order, I go into my CAD, I redesign the logo, I pump it out, and I start printing the next hour. So, yeah.
I've got another one if you guys are done. I'm making an assumption, but I would assume this would probably be a one-time sale, and then somebody would hopefully hold on to this thing for a while. I guess question is, have you experienced any repeat customers? And if so, or if not, do you plan on introducing new products down the line to hopefully retain some of these customers to continue purchasing from you?
Yeah, totally. So I have on Etsy, you can see if they're a repeat customer or not. And so lots of my customers are repeat customers. They come back and they buy them for stocking stuffers for their entire family. And people love our products. And then also the pen Chap. So people are buying an extra one just for their pen, obviously. And so creating a solution for that is something that we look forward to doing as well. I'm an engineer, so I make a ton of random stuff. And so I believe that I will definitely have more ideas and more inventions to come.
I'm sure you will. I'm all done, you guys. Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, next is Titus Peterson of Avis. He has an AI volleyball app that he's going to share with us here. So, it's all you.
Can everyone hear me well? Awesome, perfect. My name is Titus. Let's see here. My name is Titus, and I'm the founder of Avis, and we are currently developing an AI mobile app that's going to revolutionize the way we use technology in the volleyball industry. Now, I have two younger siblings that do a ton of both beach and indoor volleyball, and what I notice at every single tournament that I attend all around the nation is that coaches spend very little time on each individual athlete as they have to balance with other athletes and just checking out of their courts, which makes it very hard for an athlete to reach their potential when coaches can't even watch a quarter of their game. Another problem that we've also really noticed is that there's no good product with analytics and real-time tracking, as most companies' solution to this is a physical product that's expensive, requires to be set up all around the court, and just like, can't go outside. So the beach volleyball doesn't even have an opportunity at this type of club. My solution to this is a patented AI mobile app that can track and analyze a volleyball game all in real time. There's no need for athletes to wear any special clothing, set up all around the court. It all just uses its built-in camera. The app will have a ton of features, such as creating personalized coaching. So no matter what skill level you're at, if it's your first time playing or you're a very experienced player, it's going to be able to help coach you on that skill. After every game, the app will cut down all your dead plays, so you only watch your active plays when playing, so you can save hours of time watching film. Lastly, the app will also create a highlight reel. So instead of spending hours creating a highlight film, your app will do it within seconds. Now for our target audience, we're going to be mostly focusing on female, as this is more of a female sport between the range of 12 to 22 years old. We're going to be focusing a lot mainly just in the US until we've developed a good-sized audience. Then going to reach out to countries such as Brazil that have a very large audience. We're going to focus for target events a lot on volleyball tournaments, as it'll draw a lot of clubs into one location, and we'll be able to show what our app is capable of. And with the U.S. market size, there's an estimate of over 500,000 AAU volleyball athletes just in the U.S. alone, and an estimate of 46 million people play volleyball in the U.S. For the world market size, there's an estimate of 800 million people who play volleyball worldwide, and a total addressable market of around 95 billion. Now, we've only been pending for about 2 weeks. So we've been reaching out to a lot of clubs and associations, whether it's possible partnerships or usage of the app. Within these past 2 weeks, we've gotten 210 athletes on our wait list that's been fully organic, have gotten 100% positive feedback from all the coaches and athletes, and expect to do a few hundred more athletes within these next couple of weeks. Now, there are several other AI companies such as HomeCourt, Sparrow Vision, and Swing Vision. Each one's an analytics app that has their own sport. HomeCourt's made for basketball, Sparrow Vision's made for golf, and Swing Vision, which is made for tennis. But there's no app that's on the market that's available for volleyball. Now, our app's going to be a subscription-based app that will include 3 different plans: the seasonal plan, the pro plan, and then the team plan. From the feedback we've heard from the volleyball community, the pro plan and the team plan are the most popular. The pro plan being made for individuals that will get access to all of our features for $10 a month. And then the team plan, which coaches can add up to 12 athletes for $100 a month. All right, for our business plan, we've completed quarter 1 and on path for quarter 2. Quarter 3, our plan is to get our first beta out to the public and really collect feedback, find some areas on where our app isn't working the best, and have quarter 4 kind of patch all those problems with our final beta. Quarter 1 of 2024, our plan is to app officially launch into the App Store with an estimate of around 15,000 users, 5 business-to-business contracts, which would estimate us at $125,000 a month. Our goal for membership these next 5 years is to 3x our first 2 years and then 2x our other 3, which will get us to 720,000 users by the end of year 5. My team and I have a very strong plan on how we're going to get to those numbers. We have experts in social media and Google Ads that know the market very well as well. Now, we do have a working prototype on the setup, pose estimation, and tracking phase. As you can see on the left side of the screen, it's able to flawlessly track an athlete's landmarks on their body. You'll also notice that there's several dots on the athlete's head, which is actually eye tracking, which can open a whole realm of possibilities as we'll be able to know where athletes are looking on the court. Now, this is a mock-up of how our app will look like within the next couple months. It will display a pose estimation, a 2D view of the court, so athletes or coaches or parents are able to see where the ball's landing on their court, where they're hitting best on the court, and really just help give a visual to the user. And we'll also be able to live stream to the app. So if grandparents can't make it to your game, no worries, because they'll be able to watch it through YouTube Live or Facebook Live through the app. Lastly, the app will also include a live scoreboard, so people don't have to constantly ask what's the score and have someone from the other side of the screen yell the score. The AI will automatically automate the score, so there's no manual input required. Now, when the user taps the stats page, it'll take them to this page, which will break down every type of volleyball hit that the athlete's done, and as well include an AI section, which says what you've done really well this game, what you haven't done so well, and what you should try changing this game as well. Now, we've been able to achieve quite a bit these past 3 months, as it's been very difficult with this whole patent process. But within these 2 weeks, we've been able to get a lot of traction and attention. And our goal within these next couple of years is to really revolutionize the way we use technology in the volleyball industry and provide a better tool for athletes to reach their potential and as well provide more opportunities. Thank you for listening to my pitch.
I really like the AI angle of your app. I think that it's really cool to be able to see those advanced stats for just anyone in any sport. My primary question to you is, it sounds like your target customer is an elite level volleyball player. Do you have any ideas or any perhaps tinkering of your product stack to expand that to a much more casual enjoyer, like the guy who goes to play with his friends and his neighbors like on a weekend? Do you have any plans for expanding your product stack to probably cater to him or them or whoever they might be?
Yeah, no, absolutely. As for now, we're just focusing a lot on clubs to kind of just really help scale our volume. But at some point, we are planning to reach to just hobbyists that just want to like play around with their buddies that late at night just play around with volleyball. And we'll be able to kind of at the end of the game, everyone will be able to share their stats to each account. So like if one phone was set up, and like if your other buddy had an account, you can automatically share that other stats with the other partner as well. So at some point within these next couple months, we were really hoping to reach hobbyists.
Do you think you'll have to adjust your pricing plan in order to attack that kind of more casual customer?
Yeah, so we've talked a lot to just hobbyists about pricing, and they say for $10 a month, it's a lot more reasonable because they've used other type of like coaching or just like online platforms, and all of them tend to be around $20 to more than like $25. And so they've been very happy with pricing from what we've heard from the feedback.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Great job. Really, really cool. So I'm curious, out of the stats that are sort of being offered on the dashboard, if you know if there's maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 3 stats that are sort of most important or that like people are really looking at the most, and then if you do sort of have that, would you maybe change the app to focus just more on a couple stats instead of a wider range of stats that people may not be using as much?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. So it also depends on the plan. If it's an athlete plan, we tend to be more generic with the stats. Unlike when we come to a team plan, we'll be a lot more specific. When it comes to like a team plan, we'll be more specific on like what's the quality of the hit, how well do they do, like did they place the ball well, kind of like those type of things. And when it comes to like just a hobbyist or like an athlete in a club, it'll be more generic with like where you're placing the ball, what your accuracy on like your serves, and kind of more generic numbers.
Great presentation. Love the product. I have a bunch of volleyball players in my family. I think this would be super useful. My question is more about, I guess, first, the development of the actual software and then the continuous development of it from this point forward. Who's responsible for managing this platform, fixing any bugs, and do you have a team for that, or what does that look like? Yeah,
so far it's just been me programming. I'm going into entrepreneurship, so most of the programming just goes over my head. So we're looking into developing a team that will kind of help finish building what we've got so far and then help maintain the app as well if there's any future bugs in the app as well.
So you built it yourself from the
So far, yes, it's just been myself, yeah.
Impressive.
Thank you.
That was all I had.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so next up is Trenton Nelson. He has a solution to stolen and mixed up skateboards on campus. So, give a round of applause.
Test, test, 1, 2. Alrighty, hey everybody, my name's Trenton Nelson. I'm a mechanical engineer, and my company's name is Skate Scout. Here, oh. Test, test, 1, 2, test, test. There we go. Our mission at Skate Scout is to make it easy for everyone to track their own skateboards. Now then, by show of hands, who knows somebody whose board has been stolen? It's a lot of hands. keep those hands up. How many people have lost their own personal skateboard? Okay, and for the last raise of hands, how many people worry that their board will be stolen, whether you're going to get lunch, going to class, or just going up to your apartment? Judges, look at all those hands. This is a big problem. And we did a survey asking these exact same questions. From our survey, 94% of people have heard of skateboards being stolen on campus. 78% of people have actually know someone who has had a board stolen. And an astounding 39% of people have actually had their board stolen on campus. That is over a third of the population on campus. So we have a big problem. Every day, boards are stolen. What we need a sleek, affordable, and durable way to track skateboards. Here at Skate Scout, we have the perfect product for you. Our skateboard tracker includes eight skateboard screws, an Apple AirTag, and 2 of our personally made riser pads. As you can see from the photos, these skateboard trackers are pretty much invisible to the naked eye. You can only see them at a certain angle, so it's very sleek. Now then, our product uses the current holes already drilled into your board, so you don't have to make any cuts into your board at all. And as you look at the dirty, grimy product on the left-hand side, this product has been used for over 200 days on my personal board. It has been through the Arizona heat, Arizona cold, Arizona rain, and everything you name, I've put it through, and it's still standing up to perfect condition. Now then, how much does this cost? For our product to make with the Apple AirTag, it costs us $32.64. We do also have another option for you to buy it without the AirTag, and that costs $5.76. Currently, we're selling the device with the Apple AirTag at $50, netting us a profit of $17.36. And for the version without the AirTag, it is $14.24. All the profits go into maintenance of facilities, supplies, and future business growth, which I will get into later on. Competitors, as far as I know, and as far as the world knows, nobody else does it quite like us. We're the only ones selling skateboard trackers that you put directly onto your board. We have adjacent competitors such as bike locks, skateboard racks, and wheel locks. These are all very tedious products that take a lot of time. And our product, you just put it on once, and you're good to go. Who are we marketing to? Currently working at college students who skateboard as our main demographic. We're also looking to the skateboard community and parents of children who skate. On a normal campus, a study was done, and it was found that between 6 to 8% of every students on every campus nationwide skate. That is about 1.14 million people. Besides that group, around 8.87 million people nationally ride skateboards, and about 1.7% of children ride skateboards. Now then, let's just look at one of these demographics, specifically college students. If we were to sell to just 10% of all college students, our estimated revenue is $6.84 million. Now, that is quite a bit. So let's scale it down to something more realistic. If we were to sell to just 10% of all GCU college students, which this is a big skateboarding campus, our estimated revenues is $120,000. So far as our business, in the past month, we have established our LLC, open Instagram accounts where we have over 50 followers and over 250 accounts reached. And then we also opened our website, which is dskatescout.com. For our future goals, immediately we're looking to expand to different colors. This is colors such as black, and this is highly requested based on the users. We also look to expand to Android and Samsung users, so that way, instead of using Apple AirTag, we'll be using Tiles and Samsung Galaxy tags. And also, we also look to open a Facebook page. In the long term, we look to expand production, and this is in the form of buying new printers, which will double our production rates, continue prototyping designs to fit all boards, and we plan to make new designs for electric scooters and one-wheels, which will further widen our markets. Thank you for listening. This is our website if you want to go there, and if you want to take the survey, that'd be very helpful. Thank you. And then this is the board with our product on it, actually. This is our prototype version that has black. You can see this is loose just to see where the riser pad exactly is at. If you guys want to take a look at that.
Just want to start off with just by complimenting you on attacking your, margins. You're very aggressive on margins, which, hey, it's a good thing, right? I remember back when I was taking a skateboard to school, and there were some times when I felt like a Chick-fil-A sandwich felt like a good amount of money to spend. How do you feel about adjusting your pricing strategy to perhaps increase your customer base and make it more accessible, make it more attractive for people who perhaps might feel like, hey, looks pretty, looks cool, right? But I don't know, that's a lot to swallow in terms of price.
Yeah, so currently we actually went through one revision of price changes. Currently I had this marked at $70 to $80. And I went around people asking, hey, would you buy this? Of course, people said yes, but at a cheaper price. I got ranges between $45 and $60. Decided to settle on $50. One thing that would make my prices go down, if I was able to get cheaper air tags, that's currently our biggest cost right now, $26.88. So if I were to make that go down, I would definitely be willing to decrease our price.
Great presentation. Love the product. Going off what you just kind of mentioned, the air tags, how have you been going about sourcing those today? Which suppliers are you using? And do you see any room for improvement on that end?
Yes, so currently I just buy from local stores such as Walmart, the Apple Store, and I buy them in packs of 4. So instead of one air tag being $30, packs of 4 reduce the cost of 1 down to $25. After taxes, it's $26.88. And the plan was to expand trackers, so Tile and Samsung Galaxy trackers. I believe those are, if not $25 for one, and most likely cheaper. So that's hopefully to answer the question.
Yeah, no, great answer. Thanks. One more quick one. I don't own an AirTag, so you can maybe explain this to me, but do you get any notifications if the board is stolen? Like if you leave it over there and you go inside and somebody picks it up and runs away, will it tell me, or will I just be able to see it on my phone? Like, will I get notified? Or?
Yes. So let's say somebody steals, let's say I steal your skateboard, okay? And I have an Apple iPhone. I will get a notification in about 5 minutes letting me know that AirTag is following me. That's a security feature from Apple. And then you also get a notification way earlier than that letting you know, hey, your device is out of range. And I believe it's like 100 to 200 feet. From there on, you are able to track it precisely. I just have a notification saying, oh, AirTag's somewhere around me. Yeah.
Gotcha. So it notifies the thief as well that they're
Yes.
stealing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they're not able to locate where it's at.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Great. Go ahead.
Great job. This might be a bad question, but if you were to just like take the skateboard, to like a restaurant or store and you were to go in, like are you generally not allowed to be inside the store or restaurant with the skateboard, like to take it with you into the store, or how does that work?
I believe that usually depends on the establishment. I know on campuses, usually people don't like to bring their skateboards inside establishments just because we're generally a trusted campus, but there are incidents where people steal skateboards, but that really would depend on the establishment.
Okay. And then my other question is, if you were to sort of, in terms of scaling, if you were to go to a new college and maybe try to start ramping up, what would be like the initial plans to sort of get the word around and start scaling it up that way?
So my biggest plans, if I were to do that, would be, of course, marketing, number one. So Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And then second one is flyers. So, of course, word of mouth is a big way to get the word around. So flyers are a big way to get around there. Skateboarding events, going to the local skate parks, just asking people, letting them know about the product. That'd be the best way to get the word out there.
Awesome. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. One last question, sorry.
Okay.
What's been your sales and marketing strategy to date, and will that change at all going forward for you?
Currently, our sales and marketing strategy has just been through Instagram and word of mouth. And currently, I have just been using like PowerPoint to make my ads. However, I do plan to use Canva to make my ads. I just learned about that like this week. And so I plan to continue using that going forward.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Next up is Alec Lincoln of Intentions Apparel, and he's going to show you his clothes, and also he's a TikToker now, so he's doing really well with that. He makes great content, so give him a round of applause.
Hey guys, can everybody hear me? So my name's Alec Lincoln, and I am the CEO and founder of Intentions. This summer, I had been working 3 jobs, and I was sitting at a coffee shop and felt lonelier and more disconnected than I had ever felt in my entire life. I felt like I was lacking purpose, and I really wanted to make a big difference in the world and make a change. I started researching into loneliness out of curiosity, and I realized that I was not the only one feeling this way. Rather, an entire generation. Smoking 15 cigarettes a day has the same impact on mortality as loneliness, making it even more dangerous than obesity. And after more research, I'd found that Gen Z statistically is the loneliest generation ever, even though we have the most access to connection we've ever had in the entire world. So why is that? I believe it is due to a lack of intentionality in a conversation and connection that we have in the modern generation. So to solve that, I created Intentions, an online social media, content, and clothing brand designed to fight against loneliness by connecting others around the world. This is an example, one of the types of content that I make. It's a street interview, so I'll go around and I'll ask strangers like deep questions in hopes that they open up and then inspire other people around the world to do the same.
What do you think the biggest mistake you've ever made was?
Yeah, the biggest mistake I ever made. I think that the biggest mistake I've ever made was the way that I treated my brother when I was growing up. If there was one thing I could wish I could go back and do was just treat my brother like in the way that I actually felt about him. I just love him so much, and he's so important to me. So yeah, she's my best friend, and I took out a lot of stuff on him growing up.
You don't think you treated him well when you were younger?
I think I could have treated him better, and so I just love him. I wish that I had given him the best of my time when I did growing up, but tomorrow's a new day. So
the way my brand works is this. I create online content on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and it all funnels into attentionsapparel.com where people can buy clothing. If you're familiar with Jace from Wash the City, he'll be manufacturing all of my clothes here at Canyon Ventures. And then 10% of all the proceeds that I make will go to the Good Intentions Fund, which gives back to local communities and then communities around the world. So within the past 4 months, the first 4 months of content creation, I've been able to allocate 22,100,000 views. And in comparison to the state of Arizona population size, that's over triple the size of Arizona. So the only two partial competitors that I have are the Voicemail Project and then To Achieve You. And both of them do not create clothing. And then the Voicemail Project doesn't do interviews, as well as To Achieve You, they focus their sales into card games, where I focus mine into clothing. And then my target audience, my goal was 18 to 24 in the United States. These analytics are directly from TikTok, so we've been doing a great job being able to keep our target market. There's about 1 billion monthly active users on TikTok, and then 389 million monthly active users within our target market. So I did a soft launch pre-order for my clothing, and within the first 4 days, I was able to gain a profit of $770, which is about a 57.9% return rate. And this is without too much promotion on TikTok or Instagram, mainly just family and friends purchasing. And if 1 out of every 100,000 people that have watched my videos within the past 4 months purchase just one t-shirt, I would be able to get $6,630. And if for 1 of every 10,000 people ordered one t-shirt, I could get $66,300, and that's only just in 4 months. So my forecast for the upcoming year is to have a clothing drop every single season, and then I also want to be getting 100,000 on TikTok, so that's 30,000 more than I currently have, and then also creating a content ambassador program, which would empower videographers from around the world to be filming interviews and content for me. And then in September, creating an affiliate program, so then influencers are going to be able to promote my content and my clothing on their pages. And then finally, hiring an editor, so then at that point, I would take more of a managerial position, and then at that point, I'd still be creating online content 2 to 3 times a day for the next 8 months. This is one of the t-shirts that I have. It's the voicemail tee, and if you call this number, it's going to go directly to voicemail, and there's a preset message where I introduce myself, the brand, and then I have a question that I filter out every single week. It's a deep question that's supposed to allow people from around the world to not only just wear the clothing and share the message, but also to feel like there's an actionable step that people can take to help other people feel less lonely. I've had about 90 voicemails in the past 2 weeks, and this is just within my soft launch with my pre-order, so I can't even imagine how many more are going to be going and coming in the next coming weeks. This is one of the voicemails I received yesterday.
I just need someone to reach out to me. Anyone at all. Just check how I'm doing.
So I have reached out to him to make sure he's doing okay, but this just goes to show how important of an issue this is, especially in this generation. And if we don't make actionable steps now, it's going to continue to get worse for this generation and the generations after us. So if we're able to continue the conversation and allow people from around the world to open up their hearts and share their lives with intentions, then we can begin to heal communities from the inside out. Intentions is not just a brand, but we are a community that is making real and genuine change. Thank you.
So I want to applaud you on sharing that story, because I think everyone in the room has at some point in their life been that person who's thought, hey, friends aren't seem to be around, family seems to be pretty distant right now. So just want to say I love that personal aspect. My question is, it looks like this is a very personal brand, and the brand is the strength here. Have you thought about expanding to perhaps partner with organizations, faith-based organizations, community health groups, mental health groups, and then perhaps even use their number, so that you could focus on the brand and then sharing those personal stories on your TikTok, and perhaps lightening the burden on you to, we all want to be that friend, right? But when you're a business owner, you want to scale, you want to grow. What's your strategy on expanding into those phone numbers, and who's on the other end of the line, a line that they can communicate with?
Yeah, great question. So I think one of the biggest things that's different about my brand is it's not about me, right? So for intentions, it's about everybody else. So everybody else is able to tell their story. So integrating something like different companies and then having them be able to share their stories of employees, that's definitely something we could expand into. Yeah, does that answer your question?
Well, what are your favorite faith-based groups, community health groups, mental health groups that you would think of perhaps partnering with? Put their numbers on your shirts so that, if I'm dealing with, for example, a mental health crisis, I could call them, I see it on the shirt. Just curious on what kind of organizations like that, less businessy, more humane, that you would partner with.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So one of the things currently that I'm working on is to create a community Discord with resources where people are going to be able to get help for a bunch of different topics. But one thing that comes to mind would be the National Suicide Hotline. That would be something I would love to integrate into a t-shirt.
No question. Just wanted to say I applaud your message a lot. Love the positivity. Great thing you got going.
Thank you.
I was going to ask people who are more introverted in nature. Have you sort of noticed that when you're asking them these personal questions, they struggle a little bit more to open up? Or I guess what has been some pushback just on people's personality to sort of get behind them and get them involved?
Yeah, that's always going to be a bit of an issue, but I have a bit of a way that I go about asking people for interviews, and one thing that I let them know is, hey, if you ever feel uncomfortable with the question I ask, or you try and answer it and then you don't like your answer, I'm more than happy to just delete the footage on the spot, so they have an out if they do not want that to go anywhere. And then before I film them, I get their permission to post it online. But I have been finding that a lot of people that do my voicemails will respond saying, I'm an introvert, but thank you for having this voicemail up, because now I feel like I can communicate to people without having to be face-to-face. Yeah.
Thanks. Great.
Thank you.
Hi. Next will be Noah and Andrew of Trashy. Yep.
Is it on?
Test. Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Darso.
And I'm Noah Sider, and we hated taking out the trash.
Our solution, Trashy.
Your trash is our treasure.
The problem we found is students failing to take out their trash to the dumpster. This problem results in roommate conflict and unsanitary living conditions. Traditional solutions such as roommate agreements and cleaning schedules have limited effectiveness. So that's our problem. How do we fix it?
Well, we fix it with a valet trash service where student workers go door to door collecting trash. Customers would set their bag outside their door. Trashy would come by with a trash cart and collect their trash. They'd leave a new bag on the door handle for the next pickup and take their trash directly to the dumpster.
So why does the solution work? Well, because it's simple and easy from sign up to pick up. You sign up online using a QR code, pay for the subscription, then set your trash outside your door. What this product does for our students is provide them an easier way to take out their trash. As a result of this product, students will no longer have to worry about long walks to the dumpster, trash buildup, or roommate conflict.
Now, we have two forms of competition. The first, of course, are the trash companies who already offer a similar service. These companies have failed to enter campuses, however, because of the regulations on who has access to the buildings. But by using student workers, we can get around this issue. Which brings us to our main competitors, the students here at GCU who would prefer to take out their own trash rather than pay for our service. But, as you may know, college students are lazy. I mean, busy, right? They're always looking for an easier way to do anything, and Trashy provides them that easier way.
What's unique about Trashy is it's for students by students. Our employees at Trashy are students here at GCU. We're looking to partner with GCU, which is a key for having a trash relay service at the university, because that gives us access to the campus and the students. What's new and innovative about our solution is students will no longer have to worry about taking their trash all the way to the dumpster. We will also be providing custom Trashy garbage bags to every student when subscribing.
So our business model is a pay-in-advance subscription model, with both a month-to-month option as well as a per-semester option. This gives our users the opportunity to opt in or out whenever they please, or only have to take care of it at the beginning of each semester. After paying for their subscription at the beginning of the selected term, each room would get a twice-a-week trash pickup service, along with those free custom garbage bags. And as we look to expand throughout campus, we plan to move in pods, first starting in the Rivers Apartments, before moving to other areas like the Grove, Lopes Way, and eventually every building on campus.
We've conducted surveys to better understand the needs of students here at GCU, and we're thrilled to share that 93% of the 90 rooms that participated said that Trashy was a necessary solution for their room. With that, we're excited to announce we'll be starting our free trial month in the Agua Fria apartments starting tomorrow. And during that whole month, we'll be providing reliable and convenient trash pickup to every resident in Agua Fria.
So the numbers. Some key metrics that we've been working with are that there are currently 31 buildings used for student housing here at GCU. And in those 31 buildings, there's about an average of 130 doors. Trashy would have exclusive access to every single one of these doors because of their partnership with the university. And what we found through our survey is that students would like to pay $40 per month per door, which comes out to only $10 per person per month. And some of our expenses are going to be our business formation, marketing, and advertising, but our two main expenses are going to be our labor expenses because we want to be able to pay our fellow students well. What we found through our survey is that students want to be paid $15 an hour. And our other main expense is going to be our equipment, the trash cart. We actually are developing our own custom prototype that we'll be using during that trial month. And it costs us $108. That's significantly cheaper than the competition that we'd having to be buy from.
So we know that a trash relay service is not a new idea. And we know other students and companies have tried to start this at GCU. But there's one thing none of them have been able to do: execute.
The day after we came up with this idea, I ran into President Mueller and I pitched him the idea. He said he liked it, and the next step was to go to Tim Kelly.
We met with Tim, and he told us to join the beautiful Idea Club and prepare for a trial month meeting with the resident director.
We met with the resident director, and she liked the trial month idea. She said that this was an issue that her students were facing, but that we would need to go to her supervisor in residence life to understand the safety and security concerns.
We met with the supervisor and learned the rules and regulations of GCU and prepared a trial month that obeyed by all of GCU's laws.
Once we had this approval, Andrew and I knocked on over 140 doors in the Agua Fria building, pitching our idea face-to-face to every room that answered. We met with multiple professors to optimize our business strategy, and we prepared for this competition, which brings us to where we are now, speaking with all of you.
So that's our success so far, but what has personally driven us to take all these steps?
Well, we read something recently that answers this perfectly, and it's that as courtesy to those who come behind you, leave the things that you're involved with better than you found them.
And that's what we plan to do with Trashy here at GCU.
So that is Trashy. Here's our Instagram at TrashyCo. Go ahead and give us a follow. The QR code here will take you to a survey for GCU students living on campus next year. Your feedback on this survey will allow us to provide you the best possible service. Thank you for letting us present, and be on the lookout for Trashy.
Coming to a building near you.
I think it's an awesome idea. Great job, guys. Really, really good. My question is sort of logistically. So, when the student sort of gets to the apartment and, they're ready to do the job, do they have to basically go to each door, grab that garbage, take it all the way outside, and then come back and go to the next door? Or can they grab like a couple bags at once and take them out? Or how does that process sort of work?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, we're developing our own custom trash cart. If you can picture like a big commercial grade kind of dumpster looking wheelbarrow, that's what we're building because they're $750. We can't put those in each building. So this trash cart would be able to collect every bag per floor. So the student worker would only have to make one trip per floor or 5 or 6 trips depending on the building.
Great. So I want to applaud you on getting through that bureaucracy that exists everywhere, right? And surely not just GCU. I had a bureaucratic college too. My question to you is, are you still researching, taking survey input about pricing? I guess my biggest question or concern would be, how many students in your research feel comfortable paying $40 a month of a service to take out some trash, on top of like their phone bill, on top of like, monthly costs that add up,
Yeah, so like I said, there's 130 doors on average in the building, and we were able to reach 90 rooms in the Agua Fria apartments for our free trial month. Part of their ticket to get the free trial was to fill out our survey. And so we found through them that on the per semester model, it would come out to $37.50 a person, and that's for the whole semester, or like I said, $10 a month per person, because the $40 is for the whole apartment, not just per person. And what we found is that like 87% of those who participated wanted to pay that price.
Thanks.
No question for me. Awesome job, guys. Love the idea.
Appreciate it.
Awesome, guys. Well, that kind of wraps up our presentations for today. Now we will move into the judging period. So we will have a speech by one of Idea Club's own, Jax Goodwin, and he will be talking. And but meanwhile, during the intermission period, the judges, you will follow me and Robert Vera. We'll take you to a room and we'll judge from there.
Hello, guys. My name is Jackson Godwin. I'm from the great state of Ohio, and I'm a freshman here at GCU. I own Jack's Detail Garage. You can see it over there. We manufacture car detailing products, and we have an in-house detailing service here at Canyon Ventures. And I'm a testament to the benefits of putting time and resources into young entrepreneurs. When I was a sophomore in high school, I received a detailing kit for Christmas, and I soon fell in love with a perfectly clean car. Some call it OCD. I call it passion. I started to clean cars every week, and then I walked around my neighborhood cleaning cars for a good chunk of change. Over that summer, I got my first job at a dealership doing used cars. There were days where I'd clean puke out of cars for 18 hours, go to sleep, wake up, and do it again. In December of 2021, I went on my Discover trip here to GCU due to seeing an Instagram ad, which is where I saw Jace with Watch the City win the Canyon Challenge. This inspired me so much that I decided I needed a business model that was successful enough to compete in the Canyon Challenge and win. I continued my dealership job, and within a few Facebook posts later, I was pulling my own private customers. I did that for a while, and then I decided to go mobile in 2022. I packed up my aunt's old Honda Odyssey with a bunch of detailing equipment and drove around the state of Ohio giving everybody the spit shine. Over the summer of 2022, Jack's Detailing made $17,000 in mobile service alone. I had always wanted to release my own line of car cleaning products, but it seemed so far off. When I came to college, I had a trunk full of not only clothes and regular dorm stuff, but I had a bunch of jugs full of sample chemicals and sample products that I hoped to one day manufacture. I just wanted to clean a few cars a week to stay afloat. I spent the first month of college posting ads with no leads. And then one Saturday morning, I woke up after just going crazy about it. I sped over to the closest Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, and I left 500 business cards on the cars there where all the rich moms are. Surely I should have got some sort of customer from that, but I didn't. There was nothing. It was driving me crazy that I had a trunk full of equipment, all this free time and all this potential, and I still had no work to do. So I hit up my roommates. I said, what do you guys think I should do to start making money cleaning cars again? And they were like, you need to clean cars on campus. And then a star was born. You guys might have seen some of our 1,000 posters that we posted around campus in the month of like October, advertising the Canyon Car Cleaner Special. It was like this little $50 service, but it went crazy. Because of that, we got a message on Instagram from Idea Club, and I was like, who are these guys? Because they saw one of our posters ripped up in the bottom of an elevator, and they searched us down, and they were like, hey, we want you guys to come to our club. So the first time we went to Idea Club, it was an open pitch day, and I didn't know that, so I had no pitch prepared. All I had was my computer, which I had my friend hold, and it just had a QR code on it to our website. And then I just kind of spit for a little bit. But what was cool about that is we were connected to Tim Kelly, and we set up a meeting with him so we could go over our business model and see what he could do to help. And this was the start of the craziest week of my life. Monday, we met with Tim Kelly, and he became our biggest advocate and referred us to Robert Vera. Tuesday, we had the biggest networking conference in the Phoenix area. Wednesday, we had our first official pitch in front of Idea Club. And we got ripped to shreds because our pitch was terrible. Thursday, we met with Robert, and I kind of held him hostage. I explained, hey, you either let us in or we're going to mix chemicals in our dorm room, and that's just such a problem for everybody. So we met with him at 11 a.m., and he said he wanted us moved in by that evening. Friday, we had our first bottles filled, and by Saturday, we had our first 20 bottles sold. After 6 days, Idea Club and Canyon Ventures took me from a guy who obsessively cleaned cars for cash to a full-on entrepreneur. My obsession with high-quality car cleaning did not die just because I have a fancy office over there and a place to work. You can ask the rest of the guys in here, and they'll tell you that I spend more time in this building than anywhere else. We went on to compete in the Canyon Challenge last semester, a year to the day after I saw Jace win. And miraculously, we got second place and a check for $1,500. So what does all this mean? Jack's Detail Garage would be nothing without the support of Idea Club, Canyon Ventures, and the professors who supported me. This proves the importance of supporting young entrepreneurs. This also proves that there is no better time than now. The biggest thing I've learned my freshman year of college is the time is now. Mark 5:36 says, overhearing what they said, Jesus told them, have no fear, just believe. If you have an idea for a product or a business, whether it's the cure to cancer or electric roller skates, whether you have products sold or it's just in the idea phase, the time is now. And for the families, teachers, and friends of young entrepreneurs, your support could be the difference between failure and success. The support I got from you guys, everybody in this building, everybody on campus, will mean the difference for a business that will someday pay for my college and the college of my children. I would like to close by thanking God, Robert Vera, Tim Kelly, Jen Miller, Idea Club leadership, Elijah and Connor, my family, and the friends who put up with me after my 25-hour workdays. Support young entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
right, everybody. If we can make our way back to the seats, that would be amazing. Much appreciated. Oh my goodness, who won? I don't know. It's so tough. Yeah, Trinity wins. Trinity's number one. That's awesome. Make your way back here. I promise we're going to wrap this up very quickly. Don't leave just yet. You guys nervous? Ooh. Ooh. Awesome. Well, as everybody's making their way back, first off, I just want to thank Trinity Capital again over and over again. Without them, none of this would be happening. We have a great partnership with them. We love them. And yeah, so just give a hand for Trinity Capital once again. Awesome. And I would also like to give a hand for all six of our contestants that all pitched. They're all just top of the line entrepreneurs, no matter if they get first, second, third, or fourth or fifth. All of them are more than capable to go out and succeed in this world. There's no doubt in my mind that none of these guys, I know that all of these guys will succeed in life. So thank you guys. Really, really excited to have you. Let's just give them a round of applause. Awesome. Now, before we announce the winner just yet, I know you're all on the edge of the seats and you're like, get this guy off stage, just announce the winner so I can leave. But I just wanted to say a few closing thoughts, just about entrepreneurship, just about drive, and just kind of going off of what Jack said. And just wanted to say a few thoughts to everybody. So I wrote something and I prepared something about the life of an entrepreneur. And it's a tough life. It's not easy. And I know that so many of you, I see so many of the people in the club just struggling. And nobody really talks about that, right? Everybody puts on a suit. It's so easy to look nice. It's so easy to put on a suit. So easy to put on a tie. And it's so easy to talk corporate, right? That's what you call it, talk corporate. We always say Connor has a corporate voice because he does. And we'll say, like, we talk corporate to each other. And we just miss the human value behind people. And we miss the struggle that nobody else sees at night when you're mentally struggling with imposter syndrome, saying, I can't do this, I'm 19 years old, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, a question that I've been asking myself lately is why not? The thing that makes us human and not robots is our free will. It's our freedom of choice. But more specifically, it's our ability to question why. I've struggled and I've wrestled with this concept for my whole life. I question everything. And so often, I've been conditioned that questioning is my biggest weakness, my fatal flaw, my Achilles heel. But I've recently realized that no. On the contrary, it is my greatest strength. This battle of duality that I face on the daily, moment by moment, is no less than torture, but constant pressure that leads to constant improvement. Why? 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 Why can't I accept the status quo? Why can't I be okay with how things are? Why can't I just fit in? Then God responds, that's not who I made you to be. I didn't make you to just be. I made you to make. I created you to create. And I'm here to tell you all the same. So many of us have struggled with this just like I have. And especially as entrepreneurs, it's something that we deal with all the time. Why are things this way? Why can't we change it? Why can't I just speak up about this?
Why are things the way they are? The world cannot move. The world cannot progress. The world cannot change without a why. And it only takes one to ask why. And it may be scary. It may come with a cost that cannot be reverted. It takes courage to ask why. When we look at any strides of progress that has been taken by human advancement over the last 1,000 years, we come to one man that questioned why. Why don't we have a thing that can transport us faster than walking? Why don't we have something that we can print? Why don't we have something that can print ink on it at a mass quantity? Why don't we have a car that runs on electricity? Why can't we have a reusable rocket that lands after takeoff? Why? When one questions why, everyone looks. Everyone turns their head to see who spoke out of turn. Some may gasp in awe. Others may give dirty looks. And some may even curse you at your audacity to speak up and question the norms. But when you ask that why, it separates you from everyone else. And you're no longer a part of the mindless yes men. And it may hurt. It will hurt. It will be a lonely road. It will be a long road. It will be a hard road. But the difference is, you're not walking on an already paved road. You're the one paving the road. I've heard it said better than I ever could that a man who wants to lead an orchestra must first turn his back to the crowd. Will you ask why?
Capital. In third place is a brand, some background. I've talked to CEOs that have raised $60, $100, $170 million of funding, and they have not achieved the amount of brand engagement, the amount of content engagement that the top third winner has already achieved, and that's saying a lot. So number 3 is intentions.
There we go. Yeah, awesome job, guys. So in second place, we went with Chap. So congratulations. Real quick, we really loved that presentation. We really felt like it was a true problem. You identified a real simple, great solution for a real need. We love the different potential applications. We like the plans to really drive up that gross margin. So we were super excited about that one, and congrats.
The winner had a very clear-cut business plan, great presentation, great team backing them, and we really felt like they'd really solved all the issues we might ask about even prior to us hearing the presentation. So the winner is Instinct.
Entrepreneurs and all of our esteemed judges, you guys did a fantastic job. I got to tell Kyle that he sent the A-team this time. So, and thanks to all of you, to our faculty, Robert Vera, Mike Lang, Chris Delamo. You guys have done so much to help our students truly build their skills as evidenced here. And with that, we are done. Thank you all for buying our goods and being a part of the team.
Also, one more announcement for Idea Club. We have a student marketplace that we are running, and if you want to be involved and stop getting fined by public safety for popping up, Connor is front running that. Come to Idea Club next Wednesday to pitch and be allowed to sell at the marketplace. So, yeah.